guys, welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna. If you are new here, we are a homeschooling family of four who is in our 6th year of homeschooling. We have a 1st grader and a 5th grader. And today, I just want to give you a little bit of an insight into how we are using a history of US, a history of us. Before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As you guys know, you can either find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. And of course, I will go ahead and link this product down below. So I have received a lot of questions, as you guys know, being a part of the secular community, that there's a couple things just a little bit harder, one of which is history. Well, being that it is our 5th grade year, then following the, public school model, this is about the year that you do US history. So I looked around, lots of options. One of the things that I was interested in acquiring isn't available yet, so I'll get back to that later. But what was included in our, you guys know we use the non-religious Timberdoodle curriculum kits. I customize them, and that is what we use for the base of the bulk of our products. And included in the kit is book 1 through 5, and then you get 6 through 10 in the 6th grade kit. So I've gotten a lot of questions about this. Now, there is another review out there. Melody over at Homeschool Happy Hour helped me decide, but her kiddos are a little older than mine. So I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm a little hesitant because I have really mixed feelings about this, and I don't know how to reconcile those. You guys know, I am not huge on read alouds, just for the sake of reading aloud. However, we do read aloud a lot together as a family. Like, we enjoy reading and we read together. So this is not so much a curriculum, in my opinion. It is a book, series of books, and the way that we have fallen into using them is that we are just reading it aloud. You guys know I do have a 1st grader, so we are doing Middle Times history with her from a different company, which I'm looking forward to being able to get their US history program, I think maybe for next year. The way that we are using this is as a family read aloud. There is nothing wrong with that. I don't know that that is what I was expecting, to be honest with you. And part of that, I mean, I could have done more research and known that along the way. But I'm okay with it. I think we are reading it again together as a family. This is, if you guys know, if you've read The Knowledge Gap, which I've talked about many times, the creator of that, one of the things that he suggested as being a great and accurate, or maybe it was, Liz, my teacher told me, a good and accurate resource is this line of books. It is amazing. It is so thorough. It is in depth. I'm gonna give you a down shot in a minute, but let me just open it up here. Just text, pictures, information in the margins. It is accurate. It talks about some of the earliest instances of, maps that showed North America, way predating Columbus. It talks about the things that are, we've talked about this, accurate history being so important. And part of that is really exploring and explaining the uglier parts. And it covers that. I don't know how I'm feeling about the fact of, I have not stuck to this like a hard and fast schedule. We're reading a chapter or 2 here and there. I kind of like that. I kind of like the ease of it because it is so meaty. It is so meaty. And what we are doing as using it, we are reading it together like we do our other history studies. We're doing them together as a family. So we are reading it together. We are learning it together. It just happened the chapters with Columbus happened to coincide with Columbus Day, so we could read and kind of dive in a bit more. I'm supplementing this a great deal as we're learning and reading about different kind of like named players in the whole events. We're then finding more resources about them on Brain Pop or on YouTube or on Google, which is really great because we're expanding it that way. But it's just not what I would think of as a traditional like curriculum. And I don't know if maybe that's my hesitancy or struggle. Fantastic. It's an absolutely fantastic resource, and I am going to give you a down shot, and my kids enjoy it, and I think they're getting a lot out of it. I'm getting a lot out of it. Who am I kidding? I've got some definite gaps in my knowledge, but I just don't know if it's what I was expecting. It's a fantastic read. It is so meaty. There is so much information in here, and I don't know that it would necessarily be appropriate for like to just hand your fifth grader and be like, here's history. So it definitely is more of a familial investment. So keep that in mind if you're planning to use it. It's so well done. It's so informational, and I'm not sad about it. I'm actually really excited about the depth that went into these books. It's not the normal way I would use it. And for me, I don't know why that's giving me a little bit of a hang up, but if you are unsure, it's so good. Guys, it's so good. It's so in-depth. It's so advanced. But again, it's gonna take a lot of your involvement. So you're reading aloud, you're kind of expanding on what's happening there. I do like being able to search out little YouTube videos or little Brain Pop videos to give them a little bit more of like a visual aid when it comes to these things. So that's how we're using it, and I like it. So I'm gonna cut over right here and just give you a little down shot. Okay guys, so here we go. This is what I have. There are 5 more of these. They're paperback. As you can see, they've got the numbers on the spine. And then they all have different names. We are still in the first one, which is the First Americans. The next one is Making 13 Colonies, From Colonies to Country, The New Nation, and Liberty for All, which is a little thicker. As you can see, let me put these in the right order because that is just gonna drive me nuts, people. Okay, here we go. All right, as it should be. Okay, so just from the outside, you can see it's got these dots, and I'm going to show you in a minute. That's indicative of the way that the pages are set up, but it has prehistory to 1600, 1600 to 1740, 1735 to 1791, 1789 to 1850, and then 1820 to 1860. These guys are so in-depth, so in-depth. Look at these pages. There's drawings, there's graphics, there are definitions, it's split on the pages, there's quotes, there is extra information, there is little, let me see if I can find one. Here's maps. There's, let me see. Oh, there's extra additional little information that's actually not part of the chapter. It is so meaty. It's so meaty. That's the best that I can give you. It is such a huge wealth of information. I might just still be genuinely overwhelmed with the amount of information that is contained in these books. They're fantastic. I like that they're color. Again, we use them just as a read aloud. So I'm reading, I'm interjecting things as we need to. Like I said, when we came across Columbus, it was a really fair representation of Columbus, and we were able to, it was right around Columbus Day, pop over and focus on the brain pop of that, which again is another honest approach to these things. So I personally, I like them very much, but you have to have a very strong appreciation for getting a solid history curriculum here, and I think that you will be in love with them. Again, meaty, so much information. You will not be lacking anything with these books. And again, we're part of the way through one. I haven't even made it all the way through one, let alone 5 more books. So if you are looking for something that is all-encompassing with a good, honest portrayal of the way things have gone, by all means, check it out. Guys, I hope that was helpful, entertaining, or informative. If so, please scroll down, give me a big old thumbs up, hit the big red subscribe button. And while you're down there, you can either find us down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Let me know your thoughts. Again, I have really mixed feelings about it, but it's so good. I don't know why. I think I just was not expecting it to be something we just read to learn and not more of like a do to learn. So, I mean, that's okay. I'm not against it. I'm not sad about it. it just maybe wasn't what I was expecting. So keep that in mind, especially if you're looking for like age groups or less parent heavy or more parent heavy. So that's what I've got. That's my review on this. Do I like it? Yeah. Would I buy it again? Yeah. Do I feel like I now have a better kind of grasp on how to use it, thinking that it is just something we are sharing and learning together? I think that's the sweet spot for this, is that you need to know it's not like a curriculum. It is like information, and we are learning and we are sharing and we are growing together. But it's not like, you know, tests and writing paragraphs or doing copy work or any of those normal things that you see in a homeschool curriculum. This isn't that, but it's great and it's wonderful, and I would absolutely recommend it. So those are my thoughts, guys. Bye.